Hi, my name's Paul Russell. I'm the Democratic Labor Party's lead Senate candidate for South Australia. I've been married to Anne for nearly 27 years and we have 7 beautiful children. I was formerly South Australian Vice President of the Australian Family Association and a Director of Drug Free Australia, and I'm currently Chairman of the Board of Management of a Bioethics Institute. I've been a pro-life and a pro-family advocate for many years now, and I've worked professionally in those areas for the last decade. One man, one woman, exclusively for life. It's as simple and as uncomplicated as that. Marriage is a covenant, it's not a contract. It's two becoming one flesh. That complementarity is designed for one man and for one woman. No other relationship is like that, and no other relationship fits this definition. Marriage is about love, certainly, but it's much more than that. You know, when we celebrate with a newly married couple, we share in their joy and happiness. But this public declaration of marriage is also significant because marriage has a public dimension. It is a public good. Why? Simply because society benefits from marriage in the raising of the next generation. I believe marriage is worth fighting for. I had the privilege of working with homeless youth for more than 8 years. At the core of every story is a common theme: family stress and breakdown. We live in a society where parents have less and less time with their children than ever before. The increasing financial pressures of modern life keep mums and dads away from the home more and more, which puts significant pressure on relationships. In the 80s we talked about quality time. It seems now that there's virtually no time left at all. We're also experiencing an epidemic of loneliness, so it's not difficult to understand how people can fall through the cracks. Yes, we need more public housing. Yes, we need more emergency shelters. There's no doubt about that. But I can't help but think that we're somehow just dealing with the symptoms. We need to do much, much more. St. Augustine said, "Thou hast made us for thyself, and our heart is restless until it rests in thee." Each of us has a spiritual dimension, whether we know it or not. Each of us experiences a restlessness within. Our schools deliver education for the mind and often the body, preparing our young people for adulthood. But emotional and spiritual development also needs to be catered for. Certainly not every child will want or need to see a chaplain, but just as students will sometimes seek help with a difficult subject, they might also need spiritual and emotional guidance as well. Why would we deny them the opportunity to find solace, comfort and strength in faith? School chaplaincy is a good initiative. We need to keep it and we need to expand it. In 2008, I made a submission to the Senate Committee's review of the Broadcasting Codes of Practice. The codes are confusing, they're subjective and lax, and that's in a system administered by a government authority. Other areas of public communication are administered by industry self-regulation and simply don't work. The Advertising Standards Bureau, an industry-funded regulator, upheld very few complaints in this last year, even for billboards that were blatantly offensive. Yes, you can appeal a decision, but that will cost you $500. What concerned parent can afford that? How is that providing justice for families and protection for children? We need a comprehensive review of all of the codes, and we need to bring all of the standards under one umbrella in one authority that is independent, transparent and favours families. I mentioned earlier on the epidemic of loneliness, family stress and breakdown. These for me are the most pressing issues because they are at the root cause of so much that ails our society today. I think that by and large we've simply come to accept that both parents need to work longer and longer hours away from the home. We've grown to accept that our children will largely be raised by strangers in childcare facilities. And over all of that, it seems that many of us simply accept that this is our lot, that there's no chance of anything different, that there is no better way. The Democratic Labor Party has a vision for a better society. We have the commitment to fight for it and we're prepared to work for it. If we put our shoulder to the wheel and demand change, then maybe we can save family life and ultimately our society.